Hello. Hello, hello. Happy Friday. I hope you can hear me. If you can, give me a thumbs up. It's so great to be here with you today. Happy Getaway Friday. We are on the precipice of the Memorial Day weekend. So I hope you have some fun plans. I'm going to try to sleep a little. I feel like this month has been pretty crazy. I don't know about you, but it's been a lot happening this month. I was in Dallas last week and have had my kids both are moving on from elementary school to middle school and middle school to high school. So we've had all those continuation ceremonies, and we've got graduation parties this weekend and birthday parties and family events and all the things. So if you can relate that this May has just been nuts for you, just give me a thumbs up. And also let's just remember to have some grace for ourselves, right? Because I just feel like I could be so far behind, but I'm trying to really remain present and be where I am and enjoy all the things, because everything that's happening is beautiful and wonderful and fun. And I wouldn't want to miss any of it, but it's also just a lot. So I hope that you have some great plans for the weekend. What I want to talk about today is, this is our Friday Marketing with Melissa Live. And so we're going to talk all about marketing. And what I want to talk about today is three things. Number one, and I'm going to, I think, make this kind of the theme of these broadcasts, is like talking about our mindset, the skills, marketing skill that we need to have, and then finally a marketing tool. And so I'm equipping you each week with those three areas and making it simple and fun. And so I'm so glad that you joined me. And even if you're watching on the replay, that's awesome. Hello, #replay, and hope you enjoy. So, okay, first I want to start out with celebrations. You know, I love celebrating, especially on Fridays. And so what are we celebrating this week? What are you celebrating? I would love to hear from you and love for you to share. I am celebrating that last night, my sister and I went to the draft of our summer women's hockey league, and we've never had a women's hockey league from like this, just in our city, in our rink. And so we're really excited to see that women finally have their own like house league around here. So it's really exciting. And I talked my two sisters they're beginning hockey players. They're hockey players now. But I talked my two sisters into joining the league this summer, the women's league. And so we did the draft last night and we're all on the same team. So yay, that's what I'm celebrating. I'm so excited. But I am also celebrating my friend Robin, who just completed a very prestigious coach certification, and she got word this week that everything is completed. She's fully certified with IPEC, which is, for those of you in the coaching world, it's a very high level coaching certification and a lot of hard work. So I'm celebrating her. I'm celebrating my client that has had some more bookings in her business and is creating a new offering. So that's very exciting. I'm also celebrating my client that has some new opportunities to collaborate, and she's really excited about that, and so many more. So that's what we're celebrating. How about you? What are you celebrating? And I'm celebrating we had a 3-day weekend, so I'm very excited about that. Okay, so to our marketing tips. So 3 things I want to talk about today. First is mindset, and thinking about mindset. What I have learned over my 18 years of being in business is that our mindset is what helps us, our marketing, the activities that we do, to be successful. So in the early years of my business, I was providing marketing services and creating really amazing things for really amazing businesses. But what I found was I could create top-notch marketing for them. And I've always worked with mainly small businesses and solopreneurs. So I could create this top-notch marketing because I saw how wonderful and valuable they and their business are, and created wonderful things for them. But if they didn't have the confidence and the really seeing their own value and the mindset behind all of that marketing, it was falling flat, or they weren't able to bring in the new business or close the sales because the marketing was all great, but they weren't sold on themselves yet. And so that's the work that I love doing with my clients. And so I want to share that with you as well. And that, so that's why I talk about mindset. And that's why I'm going to talk about it first, because it really is the most important thing. And what I want to talk about today is focus, and how this has been a huge lesson for me this year, that if you focus on the worst case scenario, or if you are focusing on your fear and what you fear might happen, you will create that. Because whatever we're focusing on is what we create. It becomes that self-fulfilling prophecy, right? And so I've seen this happen in my own business, my own life, time after time after time, right? And so I want us to think about having that awareness of where is our focus really. And, I'm thinking about some folks I've talked to over the past few weeks, like one person was telling me that they are bringing in enough money each month to just pay their debt payment, right? And because that's what they're focused on. They're focused on never missing that payment, right? And so when they're focused on never missing that payment, that's all they're creating is that payment. And they've never missed the payment, which is great, right? But if you really want to grow, you got to be focusing on where you're going and where you want to be going, what you want to be focusing on. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. I have another person I talk to that has a really large overhead in their business, and they're focused on that overhead month after month after month. And they're always able to meet the overhead, but not making much over that, because that's what they're focused on. They're focused on, oh, I got to crack that nut, right? And I've seen this in times in my own business, or, if we're focused on, I've had times in the past where I've been focused on just not making $0, right? Have you ever been there where like, I just have to not make $0, but the mind doesn't register the not, so it's just going to make $0. And so whatever we focus on is what we create. So it's just having that awareness of really, where is your focus? And so if you have that awareness and you're like, yeah, I'm just focusing on what I'm most afraid of, or what that worst case scenario is, have that awareness, and let's just shift out of that. You can shift out of that. And it's not like deep-seated thoughts or, money mindset problems or anything like that. It's just simply where your thoughts are. So I would just encourage you, this is what I do with my clients is, okay, we have that awareness. Now, what do you want to focus on instead? So you might have a big goal for this year. Let's focus on that. Or you might want to create 4 new clients, right? I want to create 4 new clients. All right, let's focus on that. So if you identify what you want to focus on, and then let's reverse engineer that. Okay, if I want to create 4 new clients, what are all the actions, all the activities that I could do, that I am doing, that I want to amplify, whatever, to create 4 new clients? Okay, I want to be networking. I want to be, posting on social media. I want to be sending out offers. I want to be making offers to people that I talk to. List out all the ways that you could create those 4 new clients. And then think about what is the energy? What is the feeling that you want to be creating that will create those 4 new clients, right? So maybe it's an energy of like possibility or determination or um, persistence or belief, faith, right? What are all, so just think about one of the predominant feelings or predominant energy that you want to be in to create those 4 new clients. Okay. And so then think about what is a thought, a single thought, which is simply a sentence in your mind. What is the sentence that really drops you into that feeling or that energy? So maybe it's a feeling of possibility. Okay. So when I'm feeling that possibility, then I go and do all those actions, right? And so what is the thought that creates that feeling of possibility? So maybe it's, I believe there are 4 people out there that I already know that could benefit from what I have to offer, that I can help. I already know 4 people right now that I can help that are ready to work with me, right? That are ready. And so if you're thinking that, if that's your sentence, and then you just feel that possibility. And sometimes you have to try these thoughts on, these sentences, you have to try them on like a new pair of jeans. And you try them on and you see if that creates the feeling that you want. And if it's not, then try something else, right? And experiment with that and find that thought. Like there are 4 clients, 4 people out there right now that I can help. And they're already right here around me. They're already in my network, on my email list, whatever. And so from that place, I feel that possibility. Like I'm just literally dropping into that feeling right now. It's like that possibility. Okay. From that place of possibility, what do I want to do? Right. So you have your whole list and then you go out and do those things. And so that creates that focus. And if you're focused on those 4 people, and you can even focus on them one at a time, because for most of us, clients come one at a time, focus on that and go and take that action. Go out and get into that massive action that will create the results that you want. So that's what I have to say about focus. And we have to keep refocusing our brain, right? Because for me, it's like, okay, I do that. I feel the possibility. I do the things. And then I go to bed that night. And the next morning I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, nothing is working. Our mind kind of goes back to that, can go back to that 0 level. And so we have to just recalibrate as often as you need. Okay. It's just not a one and done practice. Okay. So that is what I want to say about mindset. Number 2, skill. So your marketing skill to think about this week is having fun. Now we're the unofficial start of summer here in the US is this week and or this weekend with Memorial Day. And just think about what it's like to have fun and how can you bring more fun into your work, into your marketing, and especially, right? So often we feel so overwhelmed or inadequate with marketing that that's the energy we bring into it. And then we wonder why it's really boring and not effective, right? So think about how can I make my marketing fun? And so a couple of ideas. Well, you can just kind of let your brain play with that. One idea that I did with a client today, we had fun doing this, is we were trying to come up with some ideas for titles for a webinar that she's doing. And so we went on ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT, I set up the subject matter and, help us come up with webinar titles for this. And it came up with a whole bunch and they were kind of clinical and boring. And then I asked it to, let me see, I just have it right here. Then I said, what are some humorous and sassy titles that women would relate to? So asked it to continue generating with humor and sass. And then it came up with all these really funny, humorous, sassy titles. So that made it fun. So that's an idea. Also, I always like to get inspiration from my kiddos and from young people in my life. So that's another way to make things fun, is just like ask them, like, what would make this fun? Or what's funny about whatever subject matter? Or and then think about different ways that you like to have fun. Like, how could you make it fun to talk about your subject matter? So that's a skill that I encourage all of us, myself included, to continue to incorporate into our marketing, is having fun. And then finally, the tool I wanted to talk about today is Descript and YouTube, because I went to I watched was part of a webinar yesterday that Descript, which is a audio and video editing tool. It's super, super simple. And I use it for repurposing content. So anything like this video that I'm doing right now, I can take clips from. It transcribes. So you upload a video into Descript and it automatically transcribes it. And then you have the transcript on the screen right next to the video. And you can go in, and as you highlight the text, just like you would in a doc, it creates clips, or you can edit that way. You can cut things out, cut out all the ums and the filler words. So what I love using it for is taking clips. So like, for example, this video that I'm doing right now, I'll upload it into Descript and then just like highlight little parts of it that I want to use as clips. And then I can create those clips and then use them on Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, any, Facebook Reels. And what I wanted to say that I learned that was so interesting, other than that, in this webinar that I attended, was they were talking about podcasting and video and audio and YouTube. But what they were talking about was that the latest statistics are showing that YouTube is the number 2 search engine. So we know that YouTube is popular as a search engine, but it's now number 2, which I thought was fascinating. And also, it is the top podcast discovery platform. So, those of us that I am a podcaster, and whether you're a podcaster or not, what that says to me is that there are creators there are viewers and listeners that are on YouTube looking for what you have to offer. So even if you're not recording videos, I highly recommend considering using YouTube as a creation channel for yourself and your business. And anything you create for YouTube, for Instagram Reels, like those videos, just pop them into YouTube Shorts, because our best fit clients are using YouTube to find us. So we need to think about having a presence over there. So I have very minimally experimented with YouTube Shorts. I am currently broadcasting right now live on YouTube. So I have these live videos, but what I want to do, my next step, is to take this, upload it into Descript. And I'm going to put a link in the comments, a link to Descript, so that you have that. You can go check it out. It's an amazing tool. They do have a free version, which is amazing. And then I have also bought the paid version, which is very reasonably priced. So that is something you can take a look at. And then, that's my tool for you this week, is Descript and YouTube. And that really think about using those as your as part of your content creation. So Descript, you can take video and audio and turn it into copy, which is great. If you record reels, you could have them transcribed and then use that copy in written posts, all kinds of fun things to really help make marketing and creating content easier. If this is something you're interested in learning more about, please reach out to me. I'm happy to walk you through. This is something that I do with my clients. And I'm happy to walk you through that as your coach and your teacher. I want to help you to reach more clients. And in that spirit, I'm going to put the link to my calendar on here in the comments. And some of my comments are not being posted on some destination. So I'm sorry about that. I will get that fixed. And then also in that spirit, I love helping you to build and grow your business. And one way I do that is once a month, I host a get together for women entrepreneurs. If you're a guest of mine, it is free of charge for you. And we get together and we learn more about each other's businesses. And then also we help problem solve together and talk about challenges and help each other with different challenges. So if that is a community, a table that you would love to have a seat at, I would love to have you. Just reach out to me, either direct message or in the comments, and I am happy to invite you as my guest. And so that's what I have for you today, my friends. I hope you all have a fabulous Memorial Day weekend and have so much fun. And I will see you back here next week, if not before. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.